What up? It's your boy Rob from Rob Clone Radio, coming back at you one more time again. Right quick, man, if this is your first time hearing my content and you enjoy it, do us both a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell and click all so you get notifications when I upload videos. But as normal, man, we will get right into it. So, all right, so we have the biggest heavyweight fight in UFC history, if you ask me, coming up tomorrow, Saturday night. Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic. These guys are very evenly matched. I believe Daniel Cormier has the better wrestling, but I believe his boxing and what has been proved, in that first fight is just as good as Stipe Miocic and good enough, to actually, pull off a win against him in the stand-up. And Stipe Miocic, is a better boxer, I believe, but at the end of the day, his wrestling is good enough, to compete with Daniel Cormier. Also, as we saw in the second fight, he took Daniel Cormier down. And when Daniel Cormier took Stipe down in the first round, it was not very easy. I think he wasted a lot of energy getting Stipe down to the ground that time. Stipe, I think his motive, even at that point, it kind of became clear to me, is to make Daniel Cormier work. Bore him down. I think the speed advantage definitely goes to Daniel Cormier, and that's why you see in both fights that Daniel Cormier, when he sat down on his punches and was able to bob and weave out of some of Stipe's attacks, he was able to come back, with some pretty hard, and devastating blows. Like I said, so I think the speed advantage goes to Daniel Cormier, and I believe the strength advantage goes to Daniel Cormier. But Daniel Cormier is just a smaller fighter all the way around. Stipe, this time he came in, I want to say he weighed 233, something like that. And Daniel Cormier weighed in at 236. These guys don't weigh a drastic difference as far as how they came in any of the fights at all. But I believe the conditioning for both of these guys are way better. They both had a lot more time to prepare for this fight. Daniel Cormier, the last fight, had a lot of stuff going on. And as normal, he kind of carried the promotion for the fight, just like he's doing right now. So he had a lot more things going on. Came off a back surgery, had tragedy in his life. So there's a lot of things going on for the guy. Stipe, this time around, looks a little more shredded. Weight can not necessarily tell you a lot about a person when you just hear somebody's weight. These guys look like their condition is top notch right now. Daniel Cormier has had a lot of time. His back is all the way healed up. He said he did a lot more grappling this time. And I believe the DC, probably most of his cardio comes from grappling. He has, the grappling lungs. I'm not really sure what to make about Daniel Cormier talking a lot about his strategy in the fight. Only thing I can think of is the fact that it was very clear, his path for victory. It's just like Khabib. Khabib's not going to go out there and strike with you. It's just like Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's not going to go in there and try to grapple with you. His strong point is striking, and Khabib's strong point is grappling. Why veer away from the plan? Use your strengths. I believe that Stipe is one of the guys that is going to take a lot to get him out of there. And I believe at one point in time in that second fight, Daniel Cormier thought he had finished Stipe in that first fight when he took him down, had him against the fence. Stipe was turtled up in front of him. He was catching him with hammer fists. Daniel looked up at Cormier looked up at the referee, looked up at Herb Dean like, dude, stop the fight. Herb Dean said, keep fighting. Sometimes when that happens in fights, it kind of just takes your mind somewhere else because okay, it's done. I believe this Daniel Cormier just knew he had to get in there and hurry up and finish Stipe and get out of there. And so he wasn't cardio ready. His cardio was not prepared. I think mentally he was there. Man, the dude, took on the bigger fighter and walked Stipe down for most of that fight. Stipe got smart and started catching him, especially with the body blows. So we about to see, man. These are two very high-level fighters. I don't really have a true dog in the fight, man, but I do believe that whoever wins this fight should go ahead and face John Jones at heavyweight. And John Jones has a chance to put the stamp, an undeniable stamp on being the greatest mixed martial artist to ever walk the earth. At this point, he has not looked very good. And I don't know if it's the competition catching up. I don't know if it's just his mind state. But he has not looked as dominant as he normally did, back in the day when he first got the belt, running up to when he first fought, after he fought Cormier. He didn't really look that good against Cormier in that second fight. So that might be a fight that Cormier, may be able to get up for. If you look at the division, Cormier pretty much has cleaned out the light heavyweight division. And, just naturally, man, nobody wants to fight Ngannou. He's already, fought and beaten Rumble twice. So that's probably the only fight out there that would actually get Cormier up and get him motivated to fight. I could see him possibly, but he's not going to do that. He's not going to go over to Bellator and fight and fight Bader. But it's your boy Rob from Rob Clone Radio, man. That's my 2 cents. Make sure you check me out for a post-fight analysis and breakdown. I'm out. One.